All right, listen. I'm well aware that I'm dating myself here, okay? But do you guys remember the movie Say Anything? John Cusack and Ione Skye. There was a scene there where John Cusack was with his girlfriend in the movie, or the girl he wanted to date, and she's there with her father, and they're all having dinner. And the dad says to John Cusack, "What are you going to do with your life?" And he says, "Well, sir, I've decided that I've put a lot of thought into this, and I've decided that, for a career, I don't want to do anything with anything that's sold, bought, or processed. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed. I don't want to buy anything sold or processed. I don't want to process anything bought or sold." And the old man's looking at him like, "You got to be kidding me." And finally, the kid says, "So what? I really just kind of want to hang out with your daughter." And the absurdity of that scene is that here's this kid who's asked what he wants to do with his life, and he basically, by his own description, eliminates the possibility of doing 95% of the jobs that are out there. And it's absurd because anybody watching this knows that this kid's not going to have a very bright future if that is indeed how he feels about things. Well, I would argue that there are ways to be in business without doing something bought, sold, or processed, but good luck. Right? Maybe you could be a kickboxing instructor, I don't know. But that's how I feel when I talk to people in our industry of direct sales who tell me, "I don't want to sell anything. I don't want to talk to my friends. I don't want to approach people I know. I don't want to have to convince somebody of anything. I don't want to have to talk to people." Like, I hear these things and I think, really? Then get a job painting fences or something, because you can't be in sales and marketing. And guys, I'm just telling it to you straight. I'm not trying to be offensive here. I'm just letting you know what the deal is. You can't be in sales and marketing if you're not willing to sell or market, right? It's like saying I want to be successful in network marketing, but I don't want to network and I don't want to sell anything and I don't want to market anything. Well, what do you think network marketing is? But it's not just network marketing. It's anything. Look, if you're going to be successful in business, period, you're going to have to do some personal development and get good in the areas of communication, in the areas of selling, in the areas of influence, all of these things. It's part of the process. You can't get away from it. So you just got to learn to love it. And when you do learn to love it, here's what you're going to find. You're going to find that things change very rapidly for you in your business. So what can you do? What can you do to develop these skills? And the answer is stuff like this right here, just getting on the daily dose, reading a good book. If you're in selling, and make no mistake, guys, we all are to some degree, but if you're in selling and you've never read a book on selling, it's kind of crazy, right? It's like saying you want to major in psychology and you want to get all the way through school without ever reading a book on psychology. It's not going to happen. And the same is true here. School education doesn't end when you graduate. It's when it begins. It's when it begins. So, don't be like John Cusack. If you want to have success in our industry, guys, there's some things you're going to have to be willing to do, and you're going to have to be willing to learn to do, and you're going to have to be willing to get good at, and you might as well start getting good at it now, because it's the only way you're going to be successful. And that's the dose. Go have a great week.